Scallops are a group of bivalve mollusks belonging to the family Pectinidae, known for their distinctive fan-shaped shells and their ability to swim by rapidly opening and closing their shells. They are found in oceans around the world, from shallow coastal waters to the deeper, colder seas. Scallops are highly prized for both their meat and their shells, which are often used in jewelry, art, and crafts. The most commonly consumed scallop species are the Atlantic sea scallop, Placopecten magellanicus, and the bay scallop, Argopecten irradians, though there are many other species of scallops that vary in size, color, and habitat. Scallops are unique among bivalves in that they are capable of movement. While most bivalves remain stationary and rely on external currents to bring food to them, scallops have developed a form of locomotion that allows them to escape predators. They do this by rapidly clapping their shells together, forcing water behind them and propelling themselves forward in short bursts. This swimming ability is an essential survival strategy for scallops, as it allows them to avoid predators such as crabs, fish, and larger marine mammals. The mechanism behind their swimming is a powerful adductor muscle that connects the two shells. When the muscle contracts, the shells close tightly, forcing water out and causing the scallop to move. Scallops are also equipped with numerous eyes along the edge of their shells, which help them detect changes in light and movement, providing them with a sense of their surroundings. These eyes are simple structures, but they are effective in detecting potential threats in the water. Scallops are filter feeders, meaning they obtain their food by filtering plankton and other microscopic particles from the water. They have a pair of gills that are used not only for respiration but also for filtering food from the surrounding water. Water is drawn into the shell by a siphon, where it passes over the gills and traps tiny food particles, which are then directed to the scallop's mouth. The gills also play a role in excreting waste materials. Scallops are capable of filtering large volumes of water each day, which makes them an important part of the marine ecosystem. As filter feeders, they help improve water quality by removing excess nutrients, plankton, and detritus, thus maintaining a healthy balance in the aquatic environment. Their ability to filter large quantities of water also makes them indicators of water quality, as their health and abundance can be influenced by factors such as pollution and habitat degradation. Scallops are typically found on the ocean floor, either buried in sediment or attached to hard surfaces like rocks and shells. Some species prefer shallow, warm waters, while others inhabit colder, deeper regions. Bay scallops are often found in estuaries, where the water is more turbid and the currents are less strong, while sea scallops tend to live in deeper offshore waters, where they are subject to stronger currents and more dramatic temperature fluctuations. Despite their ability to move, scallops spend most of their lives in one location, filtering food from the surrounding waters and occasionally swimming to escape predators or unfavorable conditions. The reproductive habits of scallops are another interesting aspect of their biology. Most species of scallops are dioecious, meaning that individual scallops are either male or female. During the spawning season, both male and female scallops release their eggs and sperm into the surrounding water in a process known as broadcast spawning. The fertilized eggs develop into free-swimming larvae, which eventually settle on the ocean floor or attach to other surfaces, where they grow into juvenile scallops. This reproductive strategy allows scallops to disperse their offspring over large areas, increasing their chances of survival and establishing new populations in different regions. The larvae go through several stages of development before they settle into the sediment and begin to grow into adult scallops. In many species of scallops, the process of metamorphosis is closely tied to environmental factors, such as water temperature and the availability of food. In some species, the larvae may remain in the plankton for several weeks before settling to the bottom, while in others, the larvae settle more quickly and begin to grow into juvenile scallops within a matter of days. Scallops have a relatively short lifespan compared to many other marine organisms, with most species living only a few years. However, their reproductive capacity is high, and they can produce large numbers of offspring during their lifetime. This high reproductive output, combined with their ability to disperse larvae over large distances, helps to ensure the survival and continued existence of scallop populations. Scallops are an important source of food for both marine predators and humans. Many fish species, including cod, haddock, and flounder, feed on scallops, as do larger marine mammals such as sea otters. Some seabirds, like seagulls and ducks, also prey on scallops, using their strong beaks to crack open the shells and access the soft meat inside. Scallops are a key component of the marine food web, providing an important source of nutrition for a wide variety of animals. For humans, scallops are considered a delicacy and are widely consumed in many parts of the world. They are harvested both commercially and recreationally, and their meat is prized for its sweet, tender texture and mild flavor. Scallops can be prepared in a variety of ways, including grilling, searing, baking, or steaming. They are often served as appetizers or main dishes in restaurants and are popular in cuisines around the world, from French and Italian to Japanese and American. The culinary versatility of scallops, combined with their rich flavor, has made them a popular seafood choice. In addition to their meat, scallop shells are often used for decorative purposes, particularly in jewelry, ornaments, and crafts. The shells are also sometimes used in traditional ceremonies, particularly in coastal cultures where scallops are abundant. The economic value of scallops is substantial, with the global scallop industry generating millions of dollars in revenue each year. In many regions, scallop fishing is an important industry, providing jobs and supporting local economies. The United States, Canada, Japan, and several European countries are major producers of scallops, with the industry focused on both wild-caught and farmed scallops. Farmed scallops are typically raised in controlled environments such as fish farms or aquaculture systems, where they can be monitored and harvested on a regular basis. These farming techniques have allowed for a steady supply of scallops to meet consumer demand and have reduced the pressure on wild populations. However, scallop fishing, both commercial and recreational, can have significant environmental impacts if not managed sustainably. Overfishing, habitat destruction, and bycatch, the unintentional capture of non-target species, are all issues that can arise in scallop fisheries. In some regions, scallop beds are dredged using large mechanical devices that disturb the ocean floor and damage fragile marine habitats. This has raised concerns among environmental groups, who advocate for more sustainable fishing practices and the protection of scallop populations. To address these concerns, many countries have implemented regulations aimed at ensuring the sustainability of scallop fisheries. These regulations may include limits on fishing quotas, seasonal closures, and the use of more selective fishing gear to reduce bycatch. Additionally, marine protected areas, MPAs, are increasingly being established to protect critical scallop habitats and ensure the long-term viability of scallop populations. Scallops, like many marine organisms, face numerous threats from climate change and human activities. Rising ocean temperatures, ocean acidification, and changing patterns of ocean currents are all factors that could affect the distribution and survival of scallops. Warmer waters can disrupt the delicate balance of marine ecosystems, affecting the availability of food and the health of scallop populations. Ocean acidification, caused by the increased absorption of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, can weaken the calcium carbonate shells of scallops, making them more vulnerable to predation and environmental stress. The effects of climate change on scallop populations are still being studied, but it is clear that the impacts could be far-reaching, affecting both the abundance and distribution of scallops in the future. Conservation efforts are critical to protecting scallops and ensuring their survival in the face of these challenges. These efforts include sustainable fishing practices, habitat restoration, and research into the effects of climate change on scallop populations. As we learn more about the biology and ecology of scallops, we can develop better strategies for conserving these important marine organisms. In conclusion, scallops are remarkable creatures that play a vital role in marine ecosystems and are an important resource for humans. Their ability to filter water, their role in the food web, and their economic value make them essential to the health of oceans and the livelihoods of people around the world. While there are challenges to maintaining healthy scallop populations, including overfishing, habitat destruction, and climate change, continued research and conservation efforts offer hope for the future of these fascinating mollusks. Scallops, with their delicate flavor, cultural significance, and ecological importance, are truly one of the ocean's treasures, and protecting them is key to preserving the health of marine ecosystems and sustaining the human communities that rely on them.